1800 hours Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Aisha Nayab. First, the headlines. Prime Minister has directed the authorities concerned to abolish all taxes on raw material of export industry to boost export-oriented economy. Defense Minister and Ambassador of Azerbaijan at a meeting within Islamabad today discussed ways to further explore avenues for enhancing ties between Pakistan and Azerbaijan. Finance Minister says Pakistan is committed to further boost the existing bilateral relations with the UAE in economic sphere. Interior Minister has vowed to strengthen bilateral security cooperation with Saudi Arabia to address internal and regional security challenges. In Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, Indian troops have stepped up a crackdown across the held territory and arrested over 300 innocent Kashmiris, including women. Russian Foreign Minister has expressed his country's readiness for a UN-mediated meeting with Ukraine in Turkey. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Mohammad Shehbaz Sharif has directed the formation of task forces to attract investment in multiple sectors. Talking to a delegation of American Business Council in Islamabad today, the Prime Minister said task forces would be formed in the fields of tourism, pharmaceuticals, information technology, e-commerce, large-scale manufacturing and agriculture. Shehbaz Sharif also directed the authorities concerned to abolish all taxes on raw materials of export industry as part of his government's vision to develop an export-oriented economy. The Prime Minister told the American delegation that government is making efforts to ensure production of export-quality agriculture products. He said it is for the first time that government is calling for the consistency of the policies as the subjects of a national economy and public welfare are above politics. The delegation comprised representatives from pharmaceuticals, food processing, IT, e-commerce, retail, textile, sports and logistics sectors. Ambassador of Tajikistan to Pakistan, Ismatullah Nasiruddin, called on Defense Minister Khwaja Mohammad Asif in Islamabad today. They discussed matters pertaining to bilateral defense cooperation and ways to further explore new avenues for enhancing it. Speaking on the occasion, Defense Minister said Pakistan believes in peaceful resolution of all issues and appreciates the efforts of Tajikistan in promoting peace and stability in the region. He proposed friendly sports competitions between the armed forces of the two countries and display of their military bands on reciprocal basis on special occasions. Speaking on the occasion, Tajik ambassador assured his government's commitment to work with Pakistan to strengthen their bilateral ties. Ambassador of the United Arab Emirates to Pakistan, Hamad Ubaid Ibrahim Salim Al-Zabi, called on Minister for Finance and Revenue, Miftah Ismail, in Islamabad today. The Finance Minister highlighted long-standing bilateral ties between the two countries in areas of trade, energy, refinery and petroleum. He shared that Pakistan is committed to further boost the existing bilateral relations with the UAE in economic sphere. The Finance Minister also shared the potential investment avenues present in Pakistan. Ambassador of UAE expressed interest in strengthening bilateral ties between the two countries through investments in various new avenues. Finance Minister assured UAE's ambassadors of full support by the government for new investments in Pakistan. Interior Minister Rana Sanaullah Khan has vowed to strengthen bilateral security cooperation with Saudi Arabia to address internal and regional security challenges. He was talking to Ambassador of Saudi Arabia Nawaf bin Saad Al Maliki, who called on him in Islamabad today. The two sides discussed matters of mutual and bilateral interest. The minister thanked Saudi government for rollover of $3 billion for Pakistan's economic stability and said it was crucial for stabilizing Pakistan's economy. Rana Sanaullah said a recent visit of Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif to Saudi Arabia will prove to be an important milestone in further strengthening the bilateral relations. He said people of Pakistan have immensely devotion and love for the Khadman al-Harman Sharifan, and more than 81,000 pilgrims from Pakistan will perform Hajj this year. The Saudi ambassador said this year best arrangements for Hajj have been made and Road to Makkah project has been started for Pakistan. This is Radio Pakistan. In Balochistan, 22 people were killed and several other injured after a van fell into a deep ravine at Akhtarzai near district Killa Saifullah today. According to Levy's sources, an emergency has been imposed at hospitals of the area. President Dr. Arif Alvi has expressed grief over the loss of lives in the incident. In his condolence message, Arif Alvi prayed for peace to departed souls and strength to bereaved families to bear the loss with fortitude. He directed the concerned to provide best possible medical facilities to the injured. Minister for Railways Khwaja Saad Rafiq has expressed deep grief and sorrow over the loss of precious lives in the train accident in Iran. In a statement today, he prayed for early recovery of injured and high ranks of the departed souls. 17 people were killed and 37 other injured after a train derailed near Tabas between Mashhad and Yazd cities. In line with Indian Home Minister Amit Shah's directions at the meeting with the National Security Advisor Ajit Doval and heads of Indian Army and notorious intelligence agency RAW, Indian Forces personnel have stepped up crackdown operation across occupied Kashmir. According to Kashmir Media Service, over 300 innocent Kashmiris, including APHC leaders and 3 women, have been arrested during house raids by Indian Army, police and dreaded agencies in different areas of the territory. It is worth mentioning here that in these meetings, Amit Shah had directed the authorities to intensify crackdown in the entire Kashmir Valley and Muslim-dominated areas of the Jammu region to break the Kashmiris' uncompromising attachment to the freedom movement. Meanwhile, senior APHC leader Professor Abdul Ghani Bhatt has called upon India and Pakistan to find out a negotiated settlement of the Kashmir dispute to avert a big nuclear catastrophe in the South Asian region. He said this while addressing a condolence meeting held in memory of the Hurriyat leader Muhammad Musaddiq Adil today, who passed away in Sopore town on Monday. Russia is ready for a UN-mediated meeting with Ukraine in Istanbul, but the meeting will rather be symbolic than actually resolve the grain issue. This was stated by Russian Foreign Minister Sergey Lavrov at a press conference following talks with his Turkish counterpart Mevlut Cavusoglu in Ankara. Sergey Lavrov said, "We appreciate the UN's interest in getting involved in some way, marking its presence, but it would be nothing but symbolic." Speaking on this occasion, the Turkish Foreign Minister Mevlut Cavusoglu said the world is facing a real food crisis and problems with fertilizer. He also urged all parties to jointly pave the way for the export of products from both Ukraine and Russia. In the first one-day international of 3-match series against Pakistan at Multan, West Indies were 147 for 1 in 29 overs a short while ago. Earlier, West Indies won the toss and opted to bat. Now, the weather report. Mainly very hot and dry weather is expected in most plain areas of the country during the next 12 hours. Gusty winds are likely in central and southern Punjab and Lower Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, with rain may occur at few places in Gilgit-Baltistan, Kashmir and Upper Khyber Pakhtunkhwa during afternoon and evening. Dust, thunderstorm and rain is also expected in Islamabad and Potoha region during evening. And that is the end of the news. For more news and analysis, log on to our website radio.gov.pk and also watch live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.